Hello, my name is Kate Skinner. This is the pilot video of my life story. Not my life story. You're not going to hear all of it. All of it isn't relevant. But what is relevant is everyone is seeking connection right now. And I was going to school for social work to be a counselor or just work in the social work field, help make this world a better place, help people. But college is just so draining, and it was all online. So I just sat in front of the computer for what seemed like 10 hours a day. It probably wasn't that much. Um, so I've decided to take a different approach, and I am seeking to be a life enhancer. And so this is the way of me getting my business out. I am going to be very vulnerable. As Brene Brown said, I'm going to take off my armor and be very vulnerable. But I don't care about any negativity about this because I'm the one in the arena. I'm the one sharing my story and being vulnerable. And that's okay. I have trouble being vulnerable. I have been hurt from vulnerability in the past. But it's all about, what are you going to take personally? What really matters? And what really matters is connection. We are supposed to be in tribes. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel that we've been more separated. During COVID, we had to be. And I think social media has a lot to do with our connection or lack thereof. But aside from all that, looking to be a life enhancer as a job title, help people enhance their lives. Have some skills that I've learned. I don't always take my advice, but I give really good advice. So I'm going to start my story a little over 2 years ago. We were living in an apartment, my family and I. I had 3 children at home at the time, and my husband, and our 2 animals. And the apartment complex did not renew our lease. That's a whole nother story of why they did that. And it was crappy, but we're not telling that story. We're telling the story of how after that, and not having good references, and the housing rental market just skyrocketing, like doubling in price. We were paying $750 and then it was $850. Other places that used to rent for like $750 were up to $1,500. And my husband and I were both working. However, we ended up homeless. We lived in a tent for 5 months, and it was a really hard experience. It was very difficult. I think one thing people don't think about when they think about homeless people is the shame that the homeless person is already feeling. I felt so much shame for letting my kids down, for having them had to go through this experience that happened. And what I've learned from that, though, is how homeless people need to be cared for. And I have a mission of ending homelessness. Other things are going to go along with that, like there's no need for food stamps. We actually spend more in paying people to allocate those services than we would if it was just not there. If there was just not a problem. If people just didn't need food stamps. If they didn't need HUD. If we didn't have a homeless population. So that's my mission altogether, but I like to help people individually. I'm just sharing my story. And again, that is to seek connection. So after 5 months of being homeless and staying at campsites, and you can only stay 2 weeks at each one. So we had to move around to different campsites every 2 weeks. We stayed at a friend's house for a while in their yard. And that was really difficult. It was a hard experience. But it has made me passionate about helping homeless people. So that's a big one that I'm searching for and wanting to eliminate. I have this ideal vision of the world of just love, where there's just love and we just love each other, and that's all I want. The other thing I want to share is I have dealt with depression since I was like 13 at least. It's major depression, and it's still something I deal with daily. I do receive treatment. I do see a counselor. I do all that. I work on myself every day. Some things are still so difficult for me. Baby steps. Progress, not perfection, right? So those are just a couple things about me. That's really all I'm going to reveal today. But again, the entire purpose of this video is moving towards my business to help people and be a life enhancer. Not a life coach, I'm a life enhancer. But same thing as a life coach, really. I just changed the title. That's all. So reach out to me if you're interested in talking with me. I, of course, don't accept any insurance. It's all self-pay. But I do have reasonable rates. I have limited time at the moment because I do work a job while I'm getting this up and going. But reach out to me. Tell me what you think about the video. Would you like to know more? Do you need someone to talk to? Just let me know. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.